Quiz about the human body, it gets harder for every question. Duet and blind react. What is the longest muscle we have? Sartorius. What is considered normal blood pressure? 120/80. What is the average lifespan of red blood cells? 120 days. What is the kneecap called in Latin? Patella. What does the term pruritus mean? Means itching. In RNA, thymine is switched out for what other base? Uracil. Caffeine and alcohol are known to inhibit what hormone? ADH, or vasopressin. What is the name of the area of the brain that controls speech? Broca's area. Where in the body can you find podocytes? In Bowman's capsule in the kidney. And the last one. Children with this disease are usually called butterfly children. What's the disease called? Epidermolysis bullosa. Quiz about the human body, it gets harder for every question. Duet and blind react. What is the hardest substance we have in our body? Our teeth. Speaking of teeth, how many teeth does the average adult have? 32. What body part never stops growing? Your nose and your ears. Where in the body can you find the tibia and fibula? Your calves. What is the strongest muscle we have compared to its size? If you said tongue, that's a common misconception. It's actually your jaw muscle, the masseter. What is this bone in your arm called? Humerus. What neurotransmitter is released in huge amount when you work out? Endorphins. Pfizer and Moderna are what kind of COVID vaccines? mRNA. How many biceps muscles do we have? We have 4, 1 in each arm and 1 in each leg. Last question, what is this process called? The xiphoid process. Quiz about the human body, it gets harder for every question. Duet and blind react. What is the smallest muscle we have? Your stapedius in your ear. What is unique about every human? Our fingerprints, but also our tongue prints. What are the smallest blood vessels called? Capillaries. What blood type is considered a universal donor? O negative. What is the top layer of the skin called? Epidermis. What is the name of the area of the brain that controls fear? Amygdala. What is the name of the pigment in your skin that makes us tan? Melanin. What do you have if you have anemia? A lack of healthy red blood cells. What is the name of the part of the brain that controls language? Wernicke's area. And the last one, what is the name of the 2 first cervical vertebrae? Atlas and axis. Quiz about the human body, it gets harder for every question. Duet and blind react. What do you have if you have hyperhidrosis? Excess sweating. What are the bones in the fingers called? Phalanges. What makes the blood red? Hemoglobin. Where on the body can you find the malleolus? In your ankles. What is the most abundant white blood cell? Neutrophils. Athlete's foot and jock's itch are what kind of infections? Fungal infections. Where on the body can you get a Lefort's fracture? In your midface. What nerve goes through the parotid gland? The facial nerve. What group of medication has the suffix olol? Beta blockers. And the last one, the branches of what nerve are sometimes called the pes and serenus minor? The infraorbital nerve. Quiz about the human body, it gets harder for every question. Duet and blind react. What percentage of the body is water? Roughly 60%. What connects muscles to bone? Tendons. What is the primary muscle of the chest called? The pecs, pectoralis major. Where in the body can we find cones and rods? In the retina of the eye. What is the second layer of the skin called? Dermis. Nails are primarily made of what? Keratin. What is our largest artery called? The aorta. What do you have if you have hepatomegaly? An enlarged liver. What cranial nerve innervates the pupillary constrictor? The third one, oculomotor. And the last one, what is the everyday term for sphenopalatine ganglioneuralgia? A brain freeze.